time I watch the news, I bow my head in silence. It made me sick to my stomach to witness violence. I hit the prayer rug deep inside, I'm crying. Lord of the worlds, put an end to all this dying. Allah, please help me understand what's going on. Why these young brothers out here doing wrong, acting savagely, firebombing women's homes. All of this cause she left your sorry tale alone. 19-year-old boy responsible for mass shootings. Action through Allah is the best solution. Plus these young boys going crazy shooting cops. I give my life to Allah, please make it stop. It ain't safe on the highways. 8 people shot for blocking a man's driveway. For kill for something like that's blatant disregard. We don't need no more black bodies in the morgue. I wanna live long enough to experience peace. With the lies help, God's killing gospel cease. We need to unify and get on one accord. Love each other is a commandment from thy Lord.
We got Valid in the building tonight, live, 8 o'clock. Let's get it.
He came from out cold, take one. I came up and hip out the hard way. I practice my artistry all day. Yeah, that nigga caught what they all say when I used to spit flows in the hallway. Ain't no question regarding my forte. Manifesting the verse was like horseplay, with a clarity closer to 4K. Nothing less than a God MC ordained. It was all types of things on the floor, man. In the life that a young player portrayed. Ventured into the industry foray. Wasn't sure it was for a G per se, but I knew making music was my thing. And when they was getting bread out the dope game, I was up in the studio, no change. Any other lifestyle seemed so strange, and I would never throw salt on your name if you'd rather be pirates and gang. Lord knows a nigga pay dues with pain, but it ain't never been no shame in my lane. With an attitude like fuck what they think, and that I had to do until some shit changed. A lot of gratitude to who paved the way. Truth is that the whole thing's a phase. Who's to say that the phase ain't a lifetime? Summer days when it rains to the nighttime. Blowing J's with my girl while I write rhymes. She break me off something tight at the right time. But ain't no hitchhiker's guide, ain't no guidelines. Ain't no one to confide in the sidelines. Players ain't gon' complain and they don't cry. One thing about the game, it's a long ride. Let me tell you how the timelines align. Went to California, then I went to NY. Hollywood kitchen sink with my one guy. Really great DJ Quick Compton was live. Brand new J7s on the nigga feet. TKO had some beats that was heat. Hotel room writing flows with a freak. I'ma tell you what it been like. NY, maneuver through the 5 boroughs. Manhattan skyline, top of the world. Raw hole, socios, dynamite too. 3 up, all the shit that we was into. When I got introduced to the GM, never crossed my mind I might meet him. Studio in the Bronx to the AM. That's where I got my grandmaster training. He challenged me to be a greater MC. Showed me how to be the artist haters envy. Make a hit using nothing but an MP. Flash is fast, flashing no fool. One thing that I learned in the NY, go hard in the paint, you can get signed. It's a big world out there, you inside, but you could gonna make it happen if you inspired. Jet planes in the sky, it's cool sometime. If your loved ones waiting when you touch down. Some cities so lonely when the sun down. Nowadays jig to the stern in the D first. Sometime I might tell it all to you reverb. Make a long story short, it's about thirst. If you a go get it, you gon' have to get it first. I've been summer everywhere, spinning airfare. Pretty women here and there, nigga, hell yeah. Made a living in the business, Hollywood glare. Malibu, Calabasas, I've been there. Skyport, city star, they know who you are. When you walk through the door, wide open arms. Where the stars stay out the whole day long, and the moon show up before the sun down.
Y'all got me battling the male Candace Owens. I just want everybody to know, I didn't want to do this. Oh my God. It's crazy because I tried to give respect to this weird ass nigga, but he kept disrespecting me like I'm somebody you could just play with like that. We all know in real life I fold that little punk ass nigga up like a fucking lawn chair. Bootlicker, huh? Yeah, I said fuck your mother. If I was Nims, your mother's a Gunther. I roll your kid the ball and punter. On my gorilla, king of the hill, beat you like Dilla. Alien sent here to kill a pillar. Most death ain't gon' ride with him. This weak nigga probably explode in a pink glitter if I hit him. And so Antoine Dotson ass nigga tryna bid. Now you gotta hide your wife, hide your kids. Speaking of kids, I heard you raping everybody out here. Fucking perv, the fucking nerve. Was up in herb when this fucking nerd want to purge. That's a fact bar. A whole group with most death, but still ain't a black star. This ain't beef, the chop squeeze is chopped cheese. Quali screaming out Yasin and I fleas. Send them to God, you'll be Yasin. If I'm mean, pack him up. Now he's some bomb weed from my tree. If I could reach in your soul, I pull out a bitch. Like Granny when she pissed off, we pulling the switch. Thought he could get fly, just to get fried. I don't let shit slide. He made just to get by, just to get by. Think I'm a pimp cause I beat a whole punch of chest. You'll see my knuckles through the other side like pizza dough. Coming for the bread, I'm a lyrical killer. I pay for a feature, that just mean money on your head, nigga. This shit got odd fast for your odd ass. If I'm mad and I spaz, I'ma put more paws on them than the Mason Cam podcast. Got a gun, but he probably a feint if I flash. Running around with guns like ISIS, leave you iceless. This chain was 50 grand, but the look on his face priceless. I throw this right at the fake right, just duck or you falling. If I knock a conscious nigga unconscious, what do you call him? A gift certificate for lives, I get your guy caps. Call the bullets, R. Kelly, can you survive that? You the prey, I'm the hunter, I want you under. They'll find Brenda's baby in the dumpster. In slide fashion, I slide past them and sidetrack them. Snatch the blunt right out your fucking hand, I'm hijacking. Slay a liar till they retire, your mother should've swallowed you. Guess that's what I get for not aiming higher. Open your mouth next time, Brenda.
It's mean.
Man, that nigga's a bitch.
For real. So.
Welcome to the Hood Smokers Podcast. We'll be live in a minute. We're gonna start a little bit early here. Stay tuned. We're about to pop off.
What up, though? Welcome to the Hood Smoker Podcast, the hottest #1 podcast based out of Detroit, Michigan. And now, with your hosts, Jay Gutta, Brother King X, Blatonio Todd, and the rest of the Hood Smoker Squad. We don't do no Vlad stuff. We don't do no Adam stuff. We keep packing in the legends, respect them and keep adding up. So pack a blunt or two, maybe grab a brew and a snack for you, and leave behind your attitude and get ready as we snap into the Hood Smoker Podcast.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Welcome to the Hood Smokers Podcast, episode 235, y'all. 235, we racking them up, baby. And it's Detroit Decembers. You know what I'm saying? It's cold out here in Detroit. It's cold out here in the summertime because the streets is cold, but it's really cold out here. December is January, it's the winter time, it stays cold, you know what I'm saying? So we bringing Detroit legends, Detroit motherfucking bar guys. We're showing you true Detroit hip-hop. What's popping now, what's popping then. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Brother King X in the building. We got Brother King X in the building. But tonight we celebrating Valley. The other part of Bill, you see the jersey? Bill and Bear, Isaiah Thomas. Yes, sir. What up, though, Brother King X? Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Microphone check, 1 2. What up, though, Christopher Jordan? What up, though, everybody that's tuned in? We appreciate it. Make sure y'all smash like on the way in. You know, it helps us get in the algorithm because they try to shadow ban us. You know what I'm saying? Because we I guess we ain't like the typical podcast. You know what I'm saying? We don't bow down. Ain't no pay to play this way. Everything organic. And we almost at that 4K sub, so make sure you subscribe if you ain't already subscribed. What up, though, Brother King X?
What up, though?
What's good with you? You can hear me?
Nothing much. Yeah, it took a minute to get on. Discord was doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, well, I told Valid. He said he's here. Hold on, let me message him. It's General. You gotta hit General, homie. And this one. And you see the link. Let's see. Group chat. He said he's in there. We got Valid in the building. He's in the building. I'm gonna go ahead and play a video. Valid and Stretch Money, So Divine. While we waiting for Valid to tap in, let's get it on the Hood Smokers Podcast.
I can hear the angels on this one. I'm feeling star-bangled on this one. Going Kurt Angle on this one. Twisting up the ankles on this one. You don't want to tangle with this one. You might start a fire, you can't stop. Only in the flip and I can't flop. I've been on a mission, I can't stop. I've been in the kitchen, it's straight drop. Dope bars making they face lock. I done surfed past every naysayer's ass. Lil Darren from the ways in his bag. Took out my feelings, replaced them with cash. Pulled up DeLorean, straight from the past. Rappers invalid, me and Valid been had it. We the best at it, we should go and get Khaled. The credit's overdue, we been working overtime. Overlord Stretch, shit is getting so
You holding someone's spot, posted on the block, post up and get blocked. Bitch, you ain't no shooter, use a holster with no Glock. Me, I'm on that fly shit, loafer with no socks. A motherfucking player and a player that'll play for keeps. I say a prayer, then I lay up in the same with me. These streets calling, every time I lay to sleep. Why don't we fall in love? They singing like it's Amory. Look, any dude can play a boss when it's cake up. Any bitch can be a baddie with some makeup. Filters, lighting in the angles, getting likes on the pictures from the type that flip the gay up.
What it
be? Shit. I ain't never sold a drug, but I know the plug that be quick to load a slug. If you wanna show me love, mama, know this shit. I'm quick to hit and then I'm outie like a foreign whip.
Joint play right here, So Divine. What up,
on all major digital streaming platforms and physical copies.
That's right. That's right. I appreciate y'all playing that, man.
I'm Jay Dudley, that's Brother King X. Blatonio Todd will be tapping in a minute, but welcome to the Hood Smokers Podcast, bro. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you.
No doubt, no doubt. No, we see you doing big things. I mean, we follow you. We whenever we see valid posts up, we always share it around. You know what I'm saying? We see you rocking these shows. We seen y'all doing that show out there at the L Club, the Bill and Isaiah. How was that? You know, because I'm from Southwest Detroit. You know what I'm saying? How was the L Club? How they
Man.
treat you?
Well, I don't know if you know that about me, man. My whole family, when I was born, we stayed in Southwest. My whole dad's side of the family's from Michigan and Illinois, and my immediate family, when I was born, we stayed on Florida Street, right off McGraw in Florida.
Yeah,
so
you stay on Florida, McGraw.
There you go, bro. So growing up, in my even after we moved out of the neighborhood, I still had a lot of family in that neighborhood. And like my mom would drop me off almost every weekend at my great aunt's crib in Southwest. So Southwest was my whole dad's side of the family was from Southwest. You know, when they moved from the old country, it was in Southwest is where they stayed, bro. So you know, I'm pretty familiar with the area and I got roots in the area. So shout out to all my peoples from Southwest, man. I could go through a list of cats from Southwest. So but L Club was dope, man. That was that night meant a lot to me and Stretch Money. You know what I'm saying? We that was like the whole year and a half before the album dropped. We worked hard on the album, on the merchandise, on the marketing, on the video shoots, the photo shoots, and everything. And that was kind of like the accumulation of all that effort, and for us to pack out a legit concert venue in the city like L Club, it was super dope, and it meant a lot to me to do that. It meant a lot to us for us to do that. You know what I'm saying? And there was so much love in the building. And one of the coolest things that we kind of like pride ourselves on is we had a lot of cats from all the different pockets of Detroit hip hop there, which is really hard to do because, you know, there really is no, except for like a small little gray area, there really is no like genre or pocket or whatever that appeals to like the Sada Babies and the T Grizzlies and the Vezos, and it appeals to the Jay Dilla, Slum Village, Elzai, Fat Cat audience, right. And also appeals to the Royce the 5'9", D12, Obi Trice audience. There's many different pockets, and sometimes there's not really a gray area. So for us to have cats from every different version and bubble that make up the Detroit hip hop urban culture in one building, we felt like we did something that nobody can do. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
No doubt. Blatonio, Todd, welcome. What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though?
What up, though, homie? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, always, man. Let me see if I can turn
like I said, I was going to be a little late, but yeah.
Oh, we're here, bro.
To have you on, homie.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Nah. Yeah, we've been talking about this. Glad to see this moment come together, man. Love what you doing, man. Like I've been liking your stuff, and then like seeing that Bill and Isaiah, man, when the guys hooking it up, man. That's dope as fuck, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Stretch. I know we talked about the Bill and Isaiah. Like, how'd y'all really come up with like that idea of the Bill and Isaiah? Because I know we got Stretch's story. Let's get
no, not to interrupt, and like if I'm not mistaken, I do remember when we was talking about it. It was something about you was talking something about
it was supposed to be. It was like
Crockett and Tubbs, right? And then you can continue on that.
Yeah, that was the original idea. That's why it's 80s based, and it's very like it's got that era, that 80s era vibe to it. And we started working on it. We were gonna go the Miami Vice 80s way, and we were almost gonna call it Crockett and Tubbs. And shout out to the homie Leif Erickson, super dope Detroit hip hop artist. You know, a lot of people have respect for Leif Erickson. He already did this 10, 12 years ago called Stoops and Breeze. And it was that Miami Vice concept. And it just being so close to home, it was kind of already done. And it wasn't just already done because no idea is original. But it was already done by somebody that I'm frequently around at the local hip hop venues. It'd be one thing if like some cat from a whole different city did it, and I don't give a fuck. But the fact that it was somebody in my immediate hip hop family circle, I didn't feel comfortable doing it. So I told Stretch, I'm like, bro, I don't want to do Crockett and Tubbs. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. And he respected that. But Stretch was also like, bro, it's that's the idea. And I was like, I get it, but it's too similar. It's too already done by somebody I know personally. And I didn't feel comfortable doing it. And shout out to the homie Eddie Logics who reminded me of that. He's like, yo, you know that's what like Stoops and Breeze was? And I was like, oh shit, because I was familiar with the Stoops and Breeze album, but it's just been so many years, it slipped my mind. I didn't think of it, whatever, you know. And then it just hit me like a ton of bricks. 80s, Detroit, tall white guy, short black dude. Bam, Bill and Isaiah. And when I said Bill and Isaiah, we fell in love right away. We're like, that fits even more. And it was almost like Stoops and Breeze was, or I'm sorry, Crockett and Tubbs and Miami Vice would have been a dope gimmick, a dope concept. But when I said Bill and Isaiah, it was no concept. It was real life. It was like, this isn't a concept, dog. This is really how we feel. You get what I'm saying? Like, the way the Bad Boys were treated and the way the Bad Boys had a reputation in the NBA with the referees, the players, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It was like, this is no longer like a cool fictional tale. This is how we really feel in real life. And I don't think there's any name for a group or an album that me and Stretch could have done that would have been more appropriate for us. Bill Laimbeer, Isaiah Thomas. Yup.
The way y'all tag team that mic can come with the concepts y'all do it how Bill and Isaiah used to do it back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's why we fell in love with Bill and Isaiah. Like, when we heard that phrase, it was like God spoke to me. I was just doing my thing on like a regular Tuesday afternoon, and boom, a thunderbolt hit my head. Bill and Isaiah out of nowhere. Stretch, we Bill and Isaiah, bro. You are Isaiah Thomas of this Detroit rap shit. I am Bill Laimbeer. It's not even a gimmick. It's not even a concept. It's
resurrected on the mic, like you seen. I seen. Yeah.
We really became like, we felt like we are Bill Laimbeer and Isaiah Thomas. Not that they've passed away; they're still alive. But we felt like we incarnated the Bad Boys through hip hop and not basketball. That's what it felt like.
Like superstars from basketball onto the mic. You know.
Man.
It was
almost like some Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. Like, we found a fucking the time machine and reincarnated their spirits that they had on the basketball court and their attitude, but we flipped it into a hip hop.
I caught that vibe. I caught that vibe from the concept, and I'm feeling it, man. I love it.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Real talk.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then I mean, you guys rocked it at the L Club, right?
Yeah, that's what my man was just talking about. That was the first question he asked me. That's gonna go down as a special moment in my heart, and for the rest of my life, I'm gonna remember that. L Club 2023, Bill and Isaiah release party. Just seeing how many people were there and how many people knew the words to the songs, because like, we're not signed, we don't have a major label, we don't have a machine behind us. So like, it's hard, yo. It's hard if you're just an average person in this world to get one person to give a fuck about the music you make. You know, it's hard. And to see that many people gave a fuck and that many people listened to the album that much, because the album was only a week old when we did the L Club. The album was only out for about a week and a half. And for people that, when I was looking in the crowd and they knew the words to the verses and shit, it was just like, dog, we did something. We did something. I mean, we did something special, as simple as that.
Yeah, that's dope as fuck.
Real talk,
Thank you.
When did Valid fall in love with hip hop? Like, when did you fall in love with hip hop?
I liked hip hop since I was a kid. Again, going back to my roots in Southwest, like, I just remember my uncles like bumping MC Breed and shit in the early 90s when I was fucking 4 or 5 years old, 6 years old. I don't fucking know. And but I really fell in love the first time when I heard Biggie Smalls, More Money, More Problems. That song was so infectious to me as a kid. And then I remember when we got like, I didn't know what Biggie Smalls looked like. I just heard this song on the radio as a kid. More Money, More Problems. And I was like, man, and I just remember the radio DJ saying, that's Notorious B.I.G. with More Money, More Problems. And I'm like, whoa, that shit just sounds like it was like a rush, you know what I'm saying? And then we eventually got cable TV, and when I saw Notorious B.I.G. Hypnotized, and I saw the music video, and he's on the speedboats with the girls and shit, I just knew, like, yo, Biggie Smalls is who I want to be when I grow up. And that's the first time I fell in love with hip-hop. I was familiar with it already. You know, my brother was 8 years older than me, and he collected a little bit of rap music. Like, he was collecting CDs of all genres. So he had, like, the mainstream shit from the early 90s, motherfucking MC Hammer and shit like that. And my uncles, they were probably bumping MC Breed and who knows what at the time. I remember my cousins had a hide when it was brand new in 91. They had a hide the Snoop Dogg Doggy Style tape because they were a little bit older than me, but that shit was raunchy and they had to hide it. Like, they weren't supposed to have it like it was porno or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So those are my earliest memories of hip-hop.
I think we all have that one tape that we had to hide from.
But when I fell in love with it, when it truly swept me off my feet, Biggie motherfucking Smalls is that guy to me. And then when I got older and I started listening to like Slum Village and Jay Dilla and Common and like that neo soul vibe of hip hop, I think I got that rush again as a young adult. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's falling in love with it, at least as a listener and as a fan. When I fell in love with it as far as a creator and an artist, I was probably 13, 12 when I started writing my own rhymes, and it just took a life of its own. You know, something I would think about all the fucking time, and to this day, I'm always thinking of rhymes, hooks, and concepts and shit like that. So yeah.
You still remember your first rap you wrote? And like,
I do. I actually do. I don't remember the whole rap. I remember like the first bar or two. And I remember it was something, I was probably 12 years old, and it was something like, the first line was something like, it was terrible. It was something like, yo, am I a loser, bruiser?
Yeah,
man,
I can relate. We can all relate. We all.
I don't remember what was after that, but I remember I wrote it and it rhymed. And just the fact that it rhymed was like, oh shit, I wrote a rhyme. And that moment's always stuck in my head.
Yeah.
After that, I don't know what the fuck the rest of the paper said.
This was up. Now, was it based on anything, or like was it for, you know?
I remember it being like I don't want to say sad, but I remember it being like it had like a serious tone about being sad or being unconfident, and that I do remember. So right off the rip, I came in writing about some serious deep shit and not just some like flamboyant shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like what time frame we talking about? Like around what time? What was popping around that time? What was on the radio and all that? Like what time frame we talking
Okay,
about?
if I was 11 or 12 years old when I wrote that, so 6th, 7th grade, it had to be like 98, 99. So around that time, DMX was the shit. Master P, No Limit, Juvenile, Eminem probably Just Pop. You know what I'm saying? That first album, Slim Shady LP. So I was a young man. I was a young teenager, 12, 13 years old. Because I'm born in 87. So 98, 99, I was 11, 12 years old. That's when I started picking up the pen. And it was probably only about a year or two before that I heard More Money, More Problems. And it fucked my head up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rest is history,
M was another one, man. M was a big influence. I remember buying that Slim Shady LP, and I just remember being like, yo, dog, nobody else raps like this cat. Let alone put the content over here. But these rhymes are slick as fuck. And
yeah.
he was a big one.
I had the Slim Shady EP.
Oh man, it's crazy because I don't know how familiar you guys are. So my DJ and one of the executive producers of Bill and Isaiah is DJ Head. So a lot of the Slim Shady EP was recorded in his basement. That was M's first DJ, first producer, and produced like all the way up.
Okay. Thanks for that, Jim. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Jim.
So DJ Head, that's my guy. I talk to him every day. That's like if I'm Mike Tyson, DJ Head is my customato. Well, DJ Head was M's customato for like a minute, you know what I'm saying? And worked on all of M's projects up until the Eminem show. Like DJ Head produced Eminem's motherfucking biggest record, Without Me. This looks like a job for me. Head made that beat, you know what I'm saying? And toured with him and was his touring DJ for many years during the glory days of Eminem. Like I'm talking like Slim Shady LP, D12, Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem show. Head was around on Shady Records for all of that, and that was, he did production, he did percussion on a lot of M's biggest records and D12's biggest records, and Obi Trice and Exhibit, and he made the Renegade beat. And so when you say you had the Slim Shady EP, it's so dope. Like me being the big Eminem fan that I was growing up and still am, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to M. He's one of the GOATs of the genre. It's dope to get that like inside scoop and really get that like, yo, what was it like when y'all recorded this joint with Redman? Head was in the studio, and I grew up. I didn't know DJ Head. I didn't know what the future had for me, and I didn't realize that I was going to link up with DJ Head when I became an adult. But as a kid and a young teenager, I remember that track, Eminem, Redman, Off the Wall, and now it's dope for DJ Head to be like, well, we're in our studio session, and I'll say something about Redman, and Head will be like, man, I remember we had Redman in the studio recording that joint with M, and like he'll have a dope ass story about it or dope ass stories about Dre, and it's cool for me, the hip hop nerd, and it's fresh, and it's a dope experience, and it's just. Life is crazy, and life is a fresh experience. I will say that.
And thanks for sharing that, Jim, too, because that's like to know that's
Yeah, absolutely, and it's funny, man. It's like when I talk with cats overseas who are like super hip hop heads, right, and they fuck with my music and shit like that. And they'll ask me about DJ Head. Or I'll tell cats like, yo, well, my DJ's DJ Head. And when I try to like introduce people, like hip hop heads know, like, oh, that man needs no introduction. We know what he's done in hip hop. And it's like, all right, dope. Because it's crazy how sometimes we don't embrace what's in our own backyard. Like we don't celebrate what's in our own backyard enough. So I appreciate you guys who do podcasts like these and shit like that, because DJ Head, when you Google him and Wikipedia him, like you see like, oh, this guy's the motherfucking man when it comes to this music shit. But cats here don't even know. But in Europe or in LA and people in the industry,
and they know that. They know that detail.
Oh yeah.
No, I know. Yeah, like when you said in our own backyard, and it's like, but they know these details. It's like more than us. Like I didn't even. Yeah.
Here's another example of that, bro. If you've never been, you won't believe, and maybe you guys will fit the bill when I say this. You won't believe how many Detroiters, Metro cats from Metro Detroit, have never been to the Motown Museum, and it is one of the coolest, freshest, dopest experiences you'll have. And if you're from this bitch, when you walk out of that Detroit staple and you walk out of the Motown Museum, you're gonna feel so good about being from this bitch. And so many of our own never been. So many tourists go to Motown Museum and do that tour and make that trip. And it's just like I try to tell people all the time, like, yo, if you from this city, go there, yo. It's for you. It's to let you know what happened in your backyard, right here, down the street from Henry Ford Hospital. You know, you won't believe how we changed the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah, Brother King X
Yeah.
always had a theory about that, about how back in the 80s when hip hop was really popping, and you know how New York was on the radio and kind of Detroit didn't really have a buzz back then, kind of because they feared how Motown blew up and feared if Detroit blew up like Motown and hip hop, you know what I'm saying, Detroit could take over hip hop, you know what I'm saying, because there was people out there rapping at the same time, they just weren't hitting the radio like New York was at that time.
At that time, it was in order for shit to even be hip hop, it had to be from New York. Like, you know, like even when you see cats from the South say the same shit you just said, like when Andre 3000 and Big Boy back in the 90s or early 2000s, when they won that Source Award for Best Album, Andre 3000 was like, yo, the South got something to say, you know, and he said that because he felt, you know, and Big Boy said this on interviews that like New York, where the music industry and the hip hop industry was, they didn't take anything outside of New York serious, especially Southern shit, because they thought it was too country. You know what I'm saying? So I think, but
you ain't lie. You ain't lie. Yeah.
Yeah, but now, you know, it's 2023, and it's just like, you know, maybe that was the case at one time, but now it's just like, yo,
Detroit's popping, dog. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, Detroit's popping. Everywhere's popping. You know, the world's changed. It's the world itself isn't as regional as it used to be, and there's pros and cons to that. You know, now, yeah, we can say the Detroit sound is like running rap. You get what I'm saying? That's dope.
Like, I think he's always had his hand in the pot and everything, but never got enough credit. Is personally what I speak for him. Is
right.
It's always been in there because a lot of people, some people don't know it came from Detroit. You know, like I said, the clap heard around the world. Like shout out to DJ Los. You know, that clap that was used in hip hop is always
all that Death Row shit was super Detroit influenced, super Detroit bass players. You know, Edward Tony Green, DJ Los's pops. You know, a lot of that Death Row record shit.
Shout out Cowboy Smalls, yeah.
They were even sampling George Clinton shit, which is Detroit shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Detroit makes the world go around when it comes to music, fashion, and art. Detroit makes the world go around. You know.
Yeah. You know, that's what I like seeing. You know, like, but it just needs to be recognized. That's what you know.
I feel you. Well, I feel right now we are getting, at least when it comes to the street shit and the sound of like mainstream hip hop right now. It's very Detroit, and it's known that it's very Detroit. It's very like, you know, some of the biggest influences in the game, and I'm not even the one to talk about it because I like this kind of music, but I'm not like an aficionado in it when it comes to like. But salute all these cats, the Grizzlies, the Vezos, them cats. They changed hip hop, yo, and you hear rappers from all over the country making that sound. So that's fucking dope. You know what I'm saying?
I've noticed a lot of that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, especially like right now with like this stuff that Baby Tron and like you know, Babyface Ray and stuff have put out there and stuff. Yeah, you see a lot of people. You know,
hey, whatever.
But it's gotta be recognized.
I'm whatever is for the home team. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Whatever helps the crib, it helps the crib, baby. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
And too on the flip side,
we're happy to have you on Detroit December because we, you know, I don't know if we've officially mentioned it, but it was like Detroit December. We wanted to dedicate it to, you know.
I saw that. I appreciate that. That's dope. That's dope. I was gonna say on the flip side too, not just on the street shit. Like this man, Jay Dilla, is like they dropped the book last year. FX did the documentary, and now he's truly like each year that goes by, his name becomes more and more famous than he's ever when he was alive. And it's like now people are really starting to see with the books and the documentaries that this man was from Detroit, East Side, Coney Gardens, and he's like the Mozart of hip hop, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like he is that whole soulful hip hop vibe. He may not have been the first to do it, but he was the first to do a lot of things technically in music. You know, and people from so many different genres know that this man didn't change hip hop. He changed music, the way humans listen to music, the human race.
Yeah.
This man influenced it probably more than anybody in the whole genre of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Unless you go back to like truly like the first people to create hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like the DJ Cool Works. Like even cats like that make rock and roll music, make jazz music, make whatever, know that this dude did some crazy Albert Einstein shit that we've never seen in music. In music, not hip hop, not R&B, in music, yo. So it's dope that he's getting his flowers as the genius he is. And you see Dr. Dre talk about how great Jay Dilla was. You see Pharrell talk about how dope and great Jay Dilla was, and these books and documentaries are coming out. It's dope that my man's getting his flowers. A little bit bittersweet. My man's passed away in 2006, and now it's happening. But it's dope for the city, is what I'm saying. Is really dope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace, Jay.
I mean, I think it always needs to be remembered, you know, because like some people, I think I often seen it. Some people seeing Jay Dilla because as close as he was with like working with Detroit, being from Detroit, but working so much with New York and a lot of different things, they sometimes get that mixed up. That needs to be reminded. It's like he's, you know,
because you gotta understand, Detroit hip hop was in a different place. It was very local when he got on. So he was, because DJ Head was super tight with him. So everything I say about JD, you know, I have a great relationship with his mom. I have a great relationship with his brother, Illa J. And I have a great relationship with his musical family tree. So DJ Head, DJ Dez. One of my biggest records ever is with Fat Cat. Jay Dilla got Fat Cat, his record, his first deal, Guilty Simpson. I've worked with all these guys. I have nothing but love for these guys. And I think they ain't got nothing but love for me. You know, I've never had any issue. And they all embrace me. So when I talk about Dilla, understand it's from a second-hand experience. You know, I've never met the dude myself, but from what I was told, when Q-Tip and Tribe Called Quest put him on, he was like the man out here, yo, because Detroit never really seen that. So this dude from Detroit is producing for Janet Jackson and Busta Rhymes and the Far Side and, you know, New York cats and these cats and big names in the industry. So, you know, I saw Eminem say some shit like that one time in a documentary too. Like, yo, Em, when you were trying to get on, who was that guy in Detroit? And he was like, shit, it was Jay Dilla and Slum Village. They were the ones that were doing it beyond Detroit, you know, while we were all here crabbing the fucking mentality trying to get on. So, you know, you're right. Like a lot of the cats that he's associated with are a lot of cats that are not even from here because he was the first one to kind of, I'm not going to say the first one to get on, but kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're like, you know, like translated over to, outside.
Yeah. He you know, he was a local cat to get discovered and really start doing shit for all these big names and the Roots and Common and yada yada yada, you know.
Right. No, most definitely. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla. Yeah, I remember Slum Village being at the very first Summer Jam in Detroit.
That's dope. That's a dope memory.
Yeah. Cash rules everything around me, G. Just another day in Detroit City. That was that. Yeah. But no, it's dope. We got Valid in the building, y'all. Smash that like button. Detroit, stand up. No, I feel like Detroit is definitely came together more right now than it's ever been. Like I feel like as far as the separation, how it used to be, there was the East Side, West Side, all that shit, and I feel like right now Detroit hip hop and music is at its best state ever.
I do too. I agree, sir. I feel like the seeds that cats like both cats that are here still and have passed away from the last generation, the seeds that cats like Dilla and Slum Village planted, the seeds that even the street cats like the Big Hercs and even, you know, the Blade Icewoods and the East Side Cheddar Boys, all these different seeds that were planted in the early 2000s, the 90s, is being carried on, I feel, in such a beautiful way. You know, when I see Clear Soul Forces, for example, and I know they ain't really doing shit as a unit much lately, and they all kind of went separate ways, but that's some, like, when I see that version of Detroit hip hop, that's very influenced by the backpack neo soul shit, but it's relevant and it's new. And I see cats like Curtis Roach, who's also fresh, new, but it's that, I hate using real hip hop, but I just say that so people get what I'm trying to say. When it's that soulful, beautiful music, and it's young and it's fresh, and the young kids like it. J Squared, who got signed to Motown, it's dope. When I see the Grizzlies and I see the Payrolls and I see the Vezos and I see that street shit pop, it's carrying the torch, yo, of what the cats planted 15, 20, 25 years ago. You know what I mean? And it's I love it all, and I love both sides, and it's dope that the younger kids now, they appreciate both sides. You feel what I'm saying? Because back then, as uncomfortable as it may sound, the street cats, a lot of them weren't fucking with that soulful hip hop shit, and the soulful hip hop shit, them cats, a lot of them weren't fucking with the street shit because they thought these cats can't really rap or whatever. But this current generation is street that can really rap, and they appreciate each other's different styles, and you see all these different styles coming out of the same artist, you know, and it's dope, and it's all Detroit flavor, and it's just more, you know, tight packed. I would think so, you know, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's the way I see it.
Yeah, no more. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I see what you mean exactly. I mean, like with more variety and stuff like that, because I mean that's but it does seem like there's a little bit more embracing, like you were saying. Yeah,
absolutely.
There needs to be that respect between like the old school artists and the young artists too and shit. Like it goes both ways.
That bridge being yeah,
it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Goes both ways, absolutely.
And I feel like Detroit's holding it down when it comes to that. So
hell yeah.
But we got Valid in the building. We appreciate you coming on here and shit. What do you got coming up? What's Valid got coming up? What's next?
I got a lot of music. I ain't gonna give out all the details just yet, but you know, me and Stretch, we had a huge 2023. You know what I'm saying? And it was super dope. And cheap plug, yo, Bill and Isaiah, Valid and Stretch Money, Bill and Isaiah. Go stream that album. What up?
Where can they get the Bill and Isaiah at?
Anything. If you want the merch, go to billandisaia.com or valid313.com. If you just want to stream it and listen to it on any music platform, Spotify, Apple, whatever, YouTube, just type in Valid and Stretch Money or Bill and Isaiah and it'll pop up. The music videos are out, the merch is out, you know, it's been out all. We started our run in January. The first single dropped in January. The album dropped in April. And we just kept it going and more videos and visuals. And it's been super dope. And this year has just been super, super fresh. And I just kind of feel like, you know, thanks to Stretch and thanks to the Bill and Isaiah concept and the whole team, not just Stretch, but the whole team, DJ Head, my man's D. Ali, my man's Theo Ellis, Frankie Raines from Funk Night, all the producers, my man Tone Rizzo, you know, because I feel like, and thank you myself as well. I feel like
you have to do that, man. No, yeah.
We got a platform now that we worked hard to build, and we created dope music, and motherfuckers is fucking with it. And now it's like, all right, now I got some. Watch when you see this solo Valid shit. I got mixtape coming. I got, you know, things in the vault that is about to be crazy because I got plans for 2024 and just expect a lot of music, and it's time to unload this clip of shit that I got in the vault. Some dope features, some dope collaborations cats probably would never see coming. And yeah, that's what it is. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Is there any more Bill and Isaiah videos dropping? Because I know y'all got
Videos, no. You know, I think we've put out all the videos that we can from the Bill and Isaiah album, and we did like a dope little social media video for the EP that we dropped called Summer of '89. It's a 5-track EP.
Yeah.
It's on Stretch's Bandcamp. So that's like the cool little bonus EP. If you fuck with Bill and Isaiah and you fuck with that '80s vibe, go to Stretch Money's Bandcamp. Go download. It's a Bandcamp exclusive. Go download Summer of '89. But I think with the combination of Bill and Isaiah album and the Summer of '89 EP, as far as visuals and stuff go, I feel like, you know, we've done it justice. There's no reason to keep, you know, pushing. I think it's
always got to go. It's always got to go.
And also, man, when I do my visuals, I like to make them something memorable. You know what I mean? So no, I don't think there's gonna be any more visuals for now. If, or I should say, probably when, because I feel like it's just ordained. When Bill and Isaiah 2 comes around, which who knows when or whatever, then it's gonna be, you know, we gonna light the motherfucking city on fire again. And Stretch right now is out there killing them solely. Like, he's dropping mixtapes and EPs, and he's killing them on the Bandcamp. So go support my guy, Stretch Money. Go support my teammate, Isaiah Thomas.
Shout out Stretch Money for sure.
And he's killing them right now. So now I feel like, oh shit, now I gotta come with my solo clip because Stretch be killing them.
Right. You got to. You got to.
Yeah,
but that's what's up. Like when you have something that like when you got a friendship like that, when you say that's the best thing, like it's when you got somebody who inspires you like that, that's your close homie like that.
To piggyback off that, man, Stretch Money is one of my best friends in my life, music or not music. And with that being said, like, I'll leave the studio and have a couple rough drafts, and I'll send it to him, like damn near like you know, he's on my production team or something, because we grew such a relationship working on Bill and Isaiah, a friendship and a musical friendship, where it's just like, you know, I wouldn't send, no offense, but I wouldn't send you my rough draft until I feel it's perfect and polished and boom, this shit gonna slap when you hit play. With Stretch Money, it's like, you know, it's not perfect yet. Hey man, peep this. There's that comfortable. There's that, you know what I'm saying? And so to have a friendship like that is super dope. Because Stretch might hear something. He'll send me shit that he's got in the vault that he's not even probably done working on yet, but he'll send it to me. We're comfortable with that type of transparency, I guess, if that's the right word, between us, where it's just like, yo, I don't know, I'm gonna fix this second verse, check this shit out. Like it ain't for the world yet.
Yeah. No, that's good to have. I mean, yeah, we got some of those people we can't show the rough draft to.
Exactly. We can critique each other.
They'll never let you live it down because they ain't our friends. They ain't really our friends. Oh yeah, you know
Yeah. Stretch will tell me, nah, that ain't hitting, or I think you could have done this like better. Yeah. So, you know, shout out to my guy, Stretch Money, my partner in rhyme.
Stretch
you know
Money. What I'm saying? Yeah, for real.
Somebody over here trying to get beat up.
What up?
Somebody over here trying to get beat up.
Somebody's trying to get beat up. Who's trying to get beat up?
These two little rascals.
You got your little nephews over there.
Yeah.
One little rascal, one big rascal. I see you.
Tell them what up, though.
I can stick my tongue too.
You live, brother King X. Do a bit.
I can do that. I can do the dance, boy. Y'all go play.
Oh man, we enjoy having you on here right now, my brother. I mean, like I was looking forward to this right away.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man.
We've been talking about this for a while, and
that's dope.
Want to make it happen. And
That's dope.
what
Thank
better
you.
than Detroit December for sure, too.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it. I don't know. I forgot to check. I don't know how much time do we got? Is this 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 60-minute long?
Yeah, man. You make the call over, my brother. Like for us, yeah. Now we glad to have it on here. I mean, we was willing to talk about if you got anything like you wanted to like put out there, like to promote, to let people know, like real soon. Like I know I'm late to the interview, so if we already covered that, let me know.
No. You weren't that late, bro. I would just say, go to valid313.com. My name is not valid 313. My name is valid, VALID. But all my social media and all my website and everything is valid 313. So go to valid313.com. Follow me on Instagram or whatever. Go to YouTube, type in valid 313. You'll see all the dope music videos. You can go to my website, cop some dope merch. You know, it definitely helps out. And other than that, man, go bump all this new Stretch Money shit that my brother is dropping. The shit is dope as fuck. And you won't get a lot of dope new music out of me in the next few months here. You know what I'm saying? Without saying too much.
Yeah.
Is there
a
certain video off the Bill and Isaiah after we get out of here you want us to play? Like a certain video?
I think when I logged in, you guys were already playing So Divine. Am I correct? Play that game film. That's my shit.
Game.
Yes, sir.
So we'll play.
Any other questions? Anything else y'all got for me? What's up?
Go ahead. Blatonio.
Man. Let me see. Have we already covered the boring question, the top 5 like that inspired you, like personally?
Woo! Top 5? My biggest inspirations?
Yeah. I mean,
or my favorites?
Because I know, top 3, that's too easy. 5 is sometimes even just kind of hard too. So it's like,
here, I'm not gonna put a number on it. No, I'm not even gonna put the word top. Okay. How about that?
Nah, go ahead.
I would just throw some
if
names.
You got some people to put off the rip. Go ahead. Yeah,
just off the top of my head that I know are some of my all-time favorites. Slick Rick.
Good. That's perfect.
Yeah, Slick Rick is one of my all-time favorites. Big Daddy Kane is one of my all-time favorites. I'll say Eminem is one of my all-time favorites. MF Doom, one of my all-time favorites. I think one of the dopest rappers living of all time is Elzai from Slum Village. So shout out to Elzai. I really like Royce the 5'9". I think Royce is incredibly dope. Who's some of my other all-time favorites? Man, I got so many of them. Biggie Smalls. You already know that based on what I said earlier. Biggie Smalls.
Mm-hmm.
I got some other ones, man. All-time favorites. Fat Father from Detroit is one of my all-time favorite rappers.
Oh, Fat Father, hell yeah.
Hey, you mean the Fit Father? You mean Fit Father now?
Yeah, Fit Father. KRS-One. KRS-One is got some motherfucking jams that I love to death.
Always.
Yeah. A lot of newer cats, yo. I think J. Cole is incredibly fucking dope. I love J. Cole and Kendrick.
Yeah.
They're the epitome of where hip hop is nowadays. Andre 3000, Outkast, one of my all-time favorites. Busta Rhymes, one of my all-time favorites. Common. I think Common is one of my biggest influences ever. Is Common. JD, Slum Village. Who else can I say that I haven't said yet that I spent hours with? I'm trying to think of newer names, not just the classics. Freddie Gibbs. I motherfucking love Freddie Gibbs. I can bump Freddie Gibbs all fucking day. Larry June, out cold. Larry June is out cold to
Larry
me.
June, yeah, okay, yeah, Larry June.
Yeah. Who else, man? I'm trying to think of some newer cats. Coming up from Detroit right now, Asaka the Renegade is really fucking dope.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg, one of my all-time favorites. To me, him and 50 are the epitome of I ain't gotta say shit and it's gonna sound so buttery and smooth on the motherfucking record. It don't matter how lyrical it is or
Perfectly
whatever.
said. I would say, yeah.
It's
personality more than anything, just swag. You know,
Snoop and 50 are the kings of that.
yeah, both,
Their
yeah.
personality and their
Being
swag
themselves.
is gonna shine through the motherfucking record more than anybody else's, and that's the whole point of all this
personality
shit.
just shows through it. It's just like that. You can't really.
Yup.
He can't. No, you can't say he can't rap because it's like, oh, it's just that's who he is.
Don't get me wrong.
It's a person. Yeah, they can rap, and that's who they are, though. It's like, yeah.
Yep.
Like Sugar Free is one I would put in that kind of category. You know, like who can just.
I've been bumping a bunch of DJ Quick lately, dog.
Yeah.
DJ
Sugar Free,
Quick.
you know, like what he does is just like
DJ Quick.
It's natural.
Oh, probably my favorite rapper ever. Probably. This changes on depending on what day of the week you ask me. But maybe my favorite rapper ever is Nas. And I didn't say him yet. I listen to a whole lot of Nas. Nas is that GOAT to me. Yeah. He that guy. I know there's somebody else I'm missing. Motherfucking Gangstar, Guru, DJ Premier. One of the dopest moments ever.
R.I.P. Guru. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Premier, R.I.P. Guru, shout out to Primo. One of the dopest moments of my fucking life was when Primo played a bunch of my records on Shade 4-5. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Primo, shout out to Static Select, who also played a couple of my records. Tony Touch played a couple of me and Stretch's records. So and DJ Eclipse over at Shade 4-5, who's played many of my records. So shout out to him. Who else, man? Oh, De La Soul. De La Soul, one of my favorite. You know, now I'm just going through the list of all the greats. That's how much I love this shit. You asked me that.
No, I'm having fun with it. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
How about this? Detroit shit only. How about that? Detroit shit only.
Detroit only.
Stretch Money.
Okay, let's go back to
Yeah, Detroit shit. Like who my favorites from the D? Stretch Money, Elzai, Big Hurt. I love Payroll. The Cheddar Boys, Slum Village, again, Fat Father, Royce, a lot of these motherfuckers, man. There you go. I'm about to go down the list again.
About the guy. Can't forget about the guy.
Phi Ella was a super dope group from Detroit that was involved in the whole Dilla Slum Village, D12. They were part of that family tree. Shout out to Phi Ella. They had bangers. Big Tone. For cats that don't know, Big Tone, yo. Or his Instagram is now Anthony Large. But Big Tone is one of the dopest spitting, one of the dopest production ever from the D. And I gotta throw Black Milk on that list. Guilty. Fat Cat. It's a lot of dope motherfuckers. OB motherfuckers.
I was almost thinking it might be even tougher, like with just Detroit, because it's like, damn, there's so many.
Yeah.
Can't leave Esham off the list.
Can't leave Esham off the list, man. Esham is a good dude. Fuck what anybody gotta say. The way he treated me, and he's been so cordial and just like hospitality and respectful. And that's one of the dopest moments of my life, man. He had this dope ass custom Esham hoodie on, right? And he was about to rock the stage, and he had this coat on, and he had this like special Esham hoodie on. And Stretch Money goes, I still got this moment on my phone. I don't think I've ever posted a clip. Stretch Money goes, yo, dog, this hoodie is fresh as. Stretch Money got a lot of respect for Esham. And Esham was like, oh, you fuck with it?
Yeah.
Man, I saw Stretch Money take the coat off and I saw Esham take the coat off and give the hoodie off his back to Stretch Money. Also, I fuck with y'all, man. More particularly, I fuck with you, Stretch. But I was there, and it was just like, it was just dope to see that moment. Hope I'm not leaving anybody off the list. Awesome Dre, shout out to Awesome Dre. But
dude,
King
right there.
40, man.
Oh, Awesome Dre, yeah, right there, the Godfather, right there. Yeah,
is one of the best to ever do it. Nick Speed, you know, if we want to talk about production and beats and shit, Super MC. How the fuck I can't leave off Super MC.
Oh man,
he is the greatest off the dome rhymes galore the way he fucking, when he's so animated when he rhymes, and the different flows and the different personalities that'll come at you while he's rhyming. Like the way he switches up his voice. You know, I was under his wing for a long time as his hype man for like a few years straight. Every time he had a show, hey, yo, Val, you want to come rock this show? All right, bro. I knew his lyrics by heart, you know, and I absorbed a lot watching him, and almost to a fault. And Super MCs is definitely one of the most talented cats to ever come out this bitch. So yeah, man, all the almighty dreadnoughts, Miss Corona, Fat Ray is one of my favorites. It's you know, I off Detroit hip hop alone, I can make a long list of motherfuckers who I think are 10 out of 10.
Oh my, yeah, I was like, it might have made it even tougher just by limiting it. You know,
yeah, but so when you ask me hip hop in general, shit, you know, I can go on for days and days and days. Jay-Z, Nas, and Biggie, you know, those are all the big names. But even the underground cats, Chino XL, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The list goes on and on.
The boot cat.
I'm gonna add one more name to this list that I don't think he gets his just due. Motherfucking Devin the Dude is one of my favorite of all time.
Yes. Like I put him in that category of the personality. That's like the personality almost, you know, like he can rap, but his personality, he's him.
But his rhymes are super technical. People don't think about it because he's talking about some silly shit a lot of the times or some funny shit.
Yeah.
But when you break down the technicality of his flows and his cadences and his patterns with his rhymes and his syllable wordplay, Devin, that motherfucking dude, man. Oh, and don't let me forget Redman and Method Man and the whole Wu-Tang. And all right, I'm done. I'll sit here forever talking about these motherfuckers.
R.I.P. ODB. Yeah.
Right, yes, ODB. He's a personality that shines through the motherfucking beat. Don't even matter what the fuck he says. Absolutely.
Yeah. And of course, whenever we mention ODB, I can't forget personally. You know, like I was lucky enough to meet who I feel is Detroit's own personal ODB. You know, like R.I.P. to Pervert Pastor Razak Rahim.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah, it was a lot of cats, man, from the D that are no longer here, yo. Rest in peace, Bot 10 from Slum V. Rest in peace,
Big Proof.
A lot of cats. Dilla, Big Proof. You know what I'm saying?
B-Def.
B-Def, yeah. I got to meet B-Def once, and that was dope.
B-Def, J to the D.
Mm-hmm.
So, AWOL.
And then of course we lost one of our real ones. Like personally, I gotta mention Southwest Tees.
Oh yeah, right.
Southwest Tees.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot, and shout out to all of them. All of them was dope as hell.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You can't name them all. I mean, Dex Osama, rest in peace. I mean, there's a lot, too many names.
Yup.
Rock from the Doughboys, rest in peace. Just go on.
Yeah, if you don't mind my asking, my brother Valley, what is your background? Because I saw your last name and everything like that, and I'm very familiar. I wanted to, if you don't mind my background.
My parents came from what was at the time Yugoslavia. That country doesn't exist no more. It broke up. It's my parents are both ethnically Serbian. I'm Serbian. But I'm born and raised here, you know. So that's why when I did that project, the purple one, that's the Plum Brandy EP where I hooked up with some of the biggest producers, DJs from all of Eastern Europe, like ex-Yugoslavia, so like Serbia, Macedonia, Montenegro.
I knew from the last name. That's what I was going to say.
It's a typical Serbian last name.
Like a nickname I was given. I had friends. Yeah, when I knew it was Eastern Europe. I knew it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a typical Eastern European last name. And when I did the Plum Brandy EP, because my people, we drink Plum Brandy. That's like our shit is Slivovica. That's what we call it. Plum Brandy is how you would say it in English. So I did the Plum Brandy EP in 2020, and
Plum Brandy, yes. Very familiar.
that's the shit. So I hooked up with like the dope because when I did the Mihailo album and like Ghostface shouted me out on Facebook and this, that, and the third, a lot of hip hop heads from that region of the world where my parents are from were like, who's this cat named Mihailo? How does he have songs with Fat Cat, Elzai, and Illa J is on his shit? Why is Ghostface Killer shouting him out? Et cetera, et cetera. So my following there, like, it sparked the interest. So I started hooking up with like the biggest DJs and producers, dope motherfuckers who produce for Redman, Master Ace, and all these motherfuckers from that region of the world. And they hooked up with me. We did the Plum Brandy EP, and this wouldn't have happened without Jay Dilla's mom. Jay Dilla's mom hooked me up with a cat named Vlada Stojanovic, who was a DJ in Serbia that was cool with like Fat Philly and a lot of these guys that are like the biggest names of that region when it comes to producers, DJs, rappers, the hip hop scene out there. And that's all due to Jay Dilla's mom.
Yeah.
So shout out to Marie Yancey, my Dukes. And the Plum Brandy EP, the whole concept is me. I'm an American Detroit hip hop artist, but we're only going to sample records from that region of the world. And I'm only going to rock over rhymes from producers, from beats made by producers from that region of the world. And I was still putting like Boldy James on track. You know what I'm saying? One of my biggest records ever called Form Forever. That's me and Boldy on the Plum Brandy. And then we did the refill where I had like remixes and extra songs, and Stretch Money was on that. And that's actually how me and Stretch started getting that 80s vibe going from the session, from the remix from that record. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the Plum Brandy EP is
man, salute, man. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you do you speak the dialect from home?
A little bit. I wish I could speak it better, but
so like Staima.
Staima. Desi, brate. Hey, my guy speaking my parents' native tongue to me. This is dope as fuck, dog.
Yeah, so like
you know, man. I brought him to Southwest down there in Mexican town to eat, and he was speaking Spanish, like fluently Spanish. I mean, to the waitress and shit down there. I'm like, dang, like.
But I mean, my original rap name is actually based when refugees were coming over during Kosovo. You know, so there was like Serbia, Bosnia, everybody, and so Blato actually means mud, and it was because you learned the dirty words first. So that's like what my
God. So what's your background, bro?
I'm Italian. You're so like Italian. We're cousins across the water.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. When it was Yugoslavia, it was right across the water, Yugoslavia and Italy. But now it's across the water from Croatia.
We're cousins across the water. That's what I always say. So yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. Dope, man. Dope. That's what's up. My man here was Staima on this podcast.
I saw that. I was like, I
expected to hear.
But
dope.
You never surprised me, dog. Shout out to Black Jesus. I see you, homie.
And what's super, I will say this too. What I'm super proud of when it comes to that project is, even though I'm Serbian, right? At one time, all these countries were one country called Yugoslavia. So you had different ethnicities: Serbian, Croatian, Macedonian, Slovenian, Bosnian, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And the country broke up. And there was a war. As you said, there was a lot of refugees. One thing that I'm most happy about in my musical endeavors is on this project, I didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. There was no politics involved. If you were from this region, you know, there was producers from all of these ethnic backgrounds and whatever. And that always meant a lot to me, because everybody's invited to the Valid Party. I don't give a fuck what culture, ethnicity, religion you rep. Everybody's welcome. And cats overseas have told me, like, there ain't too many cats that have done that, you know, in the hip hop scene. But what dope to me was the most coolest thing about hip hop is over there, the cats who really do hip hop music, they're like, fuck those bullshit ass prejudice bullshit. Like, we we're all here for the sake of hip hop. It don't matter if you're Serbian, Bosnian, Croatian. And I didn't know that growing up. You know what I mean? I didn't know that there was a hip hop scene like that out there. I just thought like probably animosity.
Are you familiar with Are you familiar with like Perty Biggie?
What up?
They from Perty Biggie? Yeah, like Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
How do you know these motherfuckers, dog?
Bad copy. Yeah, Isaac Negrutin. Yeah.
Smoke Mardelano. He's on the Plum Brain
Esse Dobar. Yeah.
Yo, Smoke is on this EP with me and Struka. Struka is one of like the biggest rappers ever in that region. You know what I'm saying? It's just dope that it was so dope for me to discover that in the hip hop scene out there, cats don't really fuck with that nationalistic bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Hip hop worldwide. Shit.
Hip hop worldwide, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Nah. Hell, man, we got a lot to talk about, man. Yeah, likewise. I'm like, that's what's up. Yeah.
Man.
That's me dope. Yeah.
Oh, go over something. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My man, fucking my head up, dog. Love it.
Nah, that's what's up, man. Voodoo Popeye? Yeah. Voodoo Popeye, he's a little bit older. Correct. Like Voodoo Popeye. Yeah, Voodoo Popeye.
I'm not sure, bro. You're gonna have to text me the letters on that.
Yeah. And I'll send you a couple links, yeah. But he was like one of the older, like pioneer ones, yeah. But
yeah, dog. Shit. Well, man, this was a super dope, interesting, surprising conversation I just had with y'all. Very fresh, man.
Well, we appreciate you taking
that's
time
what's up, man.
Oh
man,
you know,
I was looking forward to it. You know, like definitely. I was looking forward to it. And, man.
Dope.
So, any other like future shows you got coming up though that you might want to shout out to?
Well, every year, the weekend before Valentine's, I do the Valentine's Day showcase. In 2024, it will be the 7th Valentine's Day at Old Miami on Cass Avenue in the heart of the city. So I believe it's going to be Saturday, February 10th. It's the Saturday before Valentine's. So Saturday, February 10th. We got some time. We got a couple months, but more details coming soon. Valentine's Day 7 at Old Miami.
Yeah, and if you got like a flyer for it, like we'll certainly like post it. You know, get it circulated around.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah. I thank you guys for always sharing stories and shit and tagging me and Stretch and everything of that nature. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, man.
No doubt. Bill and Isaiah 2023 bad boys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this was the year of Bill and Isaiah 2023, but 2024 just around the corner. We're a couple weeks away.
2024 is
shout out to my guy Stretch Money, man.
We got big. Actually, you mentioned him, Big Hurt, as one of your inspirations. We got him coming out on the 20th and shit. So Hurt could be on.
I just talked to him today. That's my
guy.
I
don't know if you know, it's like after this interview, you can still tune in. So when we have him on, if you want to jump on, you are more than welcome.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Discord, how we got the Discord. You can see Awesome Dre's on here, DJ Low, Super MC. Stretch Money, Kid Vicious, everybody. I mean that we've had on the show. Who else? Black C. I mean JD from the Lynch Mob. You know what I'm saying? Brother Marquise from Two Live Crew. You got.
Dope.
So they're all on the Discord. That's why we thought it was pretty dope when they introduced it to us, because we were using Zoom at first, but it was some young streamers who were like, Discord is the way to go and shit. That's what.
Discord. Man, you gotta listen to the young people, man.
Yeah.
They don't suck.
Yeah. And it built like kind of like a family. Now we got like the last 150 episodes. We got legends up in here. Kind of built like a family up in there. So yeah.
Cold.
Yeah. So we got Stretching on here. Anybody you.
Yes, and I think we might have forgotten to like just give him the heads up to invite him if he wanted to pop in for a minute too. So my apologies on that, but yeah,
it's all good.
We plan on having Stretch on again too, so if you want to pop in, you know what I'm saying, and just say
Yeah.
what up though and shit, you more than welcome, or anybody we got on, you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah, I mean we got Kid Vicious too. We got Kid Vicious. Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Kid Vicious, man.
That's family. But
yeah, that's the homie, man. Well, hey, man, I appreciate y'all having me on. I appreciate y'all spreading the word of what I do, what me and Stretch do. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. I'm gonna let y'all do your thing, and we about to hit these dirty, grimy Detroit streets, and that's what it is, man.
Any shout outs? Shout out,
yeah. I will shout out a bunch of people. I'm gonna shout out Stretch Money. I'm gonna shout out DJ Head. I'm gonna shout out Tone Rizzo, Pigpen, that's the team. I'm gonna shout out the homie D Ali. I'm gonna shout out Theo Ellis. I'm gonna shout out Frankie Rains. I'm gonna shout out y'all for having me. I'm gonna shout out to the viewers. I'm gonna shout out to all the people that fuck with me and Stretch Money. And shout out to the city of Detroit. Shout out to all my people overseas in Eastern Europe, and shout out to the whole world, the world of hip hop, baby. Shout out to everybody.
That's valid.
I'm out. It's big valid.
And I always like to say this at the end: it's like anybody he may have forgot it wasn't on purpose, and you know.
Yeah. You know, we just
give him a break. Okay, that's too many. Yeah.
Shout out to all the fine ladies out there. If I forgot you, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Much love. We appreciate you, family.
All right, y'all.
Definitely, man.
That's big value.
Honor having you on. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't be a stranger, brother. Yeah.
I won't. Peace.
Peace, family. That's big value, y'all, on the Hood Smokers podcast. I'm going to jump into this track, the game film, the official video. Valid and Stretch Money. Let's get it on the Hood Smokers podcast.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
On a midnight run, gotta earn the paper. Stand in my way and I murk a hater. I shoot at your feet through the percolator. With the all black on, I'm the Terminator. Hasta la vista, make my day. I'll be back, need some Tanqueray. Make the mix, take a sip. My whole damn life is an 80s flick. Rambo, Scarface, let him hit a line off a large plate. The world is mine, that's a raw deal. Got my full metal jacket on, dressed to kill. They acting phony, laughing on me. Day ones though, next to me still. You can ask the homie, I'm Axel Foley. Finna go from the D out to Beverly Hills. She dirty dancing, got a foot loose with open toes. Hands on the cheeks like Home Alone, no control. She extraterrestrial, phone at home, cause she got a job. School and such, said take a day off like Beulah does. And she definitely down. Rain Man shit when I hit Greek Town, Atlantic City, Van and Strizzy, Night in Harlem, Cam and Jimmy, brand new flavor, Mac and Biggie, kinda like Mace when he stand with Diddy, back to back, bad boy, Dr. Detroit and I'm Aykroyd, they keep it fresh, keep it clean, or I ghost they ass in the field of dreams.
He's using all of his techniques in this picture while still telling us a great street story, finding life among the lowlife.
Makes a storm, hard to kill. These rap niggas ain't hard for real. Wu-Tang told us protect your neck. No Limit told you to guard your grill. Lethal weapon, cybernetic organism. I hit hard as steel. Too cold, flow on Cool Joe. These pups ain't dogs for real. No umbrella for the black rain. It was Mad Max, we ain't no Max Payne. I was getting young money, no Mac Main. Where I'm from, it was rap or the crack gang. Suffocate that neck and hit the 40. Pull one for the ones who did before me. Saw a dog get killed was just a shorty, but that's a never-ending story. I was lost in the labyrinth. I had to make me a plan so elaborate. The crew I had to get is all savages, but now they call me your majesty. Tell the truth, I imagine this when I was walking up Haverhill down a Mac and shit to get a Fago and a bag of chips. Bro, I'm stuck in my old ways from the old days, so I watch all classic shit. Tell the tales from the dark side, young dog from the far side. Represent to the fullest, gotta keep a silver bullet. It be werewolves out when it's dark time, and it's dark time. But like Mike told Mouth and Goonies down in that well to make a wish, cause it's our time. Or I took that oath that I'ma stand up straight and grind 25/8, never part-time. Yeah.
Now that film has just grown and grown. I think you're trying, this is the drug decade. It has been the drug decade. And boy, that film is strong about it.
Them 80s flicks, be the best. Still got mines on VHS. Gangster drama, action. We study that shit like it's practice. So game film, roll the tape. Shut the fuck up, got no to take. Us and y'all, we not the same. Let me tell y'all what we got the game. 80s flicks, be the best. Still got mines on VHS. Gangster drama, action. We study that shit like it's practice. Old game film, roll the tape. Shut the fuck up, got no to take. Us and y'all, we not the same. Let me tell y'all what we got the game.
Valid and Stretch Money game film. Go check out that Bill and Isaiah. That shit's some fire, I'm telling y'all. Make sure y'all go cop that shit. They got the they had the box set. I don't know if they still, you can get at them for the physical merch. And rest in peace, Southwest Tees. This Wednesday we gonna have a celebration of Southwest Tees' life, and we gonna get a flyer out there, and we gonna put a cash app straight so that the money goes directly to the family and to the kid, to his kids. You know what I'm saying? You want to
and just like whether it doesn't need to be mainstream, but it's go right to the family. So
right. So we'll do that. That's this Wednesday. So we got some unreleased music from Southwest Tees. So tune in to some dope ass music. So it'll be a night of dope hip hop, and we celebrating Tees' life. Probably had division out here. You know what I'm saying? So
one like one who is family to us for sure.
Yeah, anybody from Tees' family is welcome to come on the show. Anybody?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
Like chime in. Actually, contact one of us. All three of us. If you know Jay Gutta, Brother King X, or myself, whoever, just feel free to tap into one of us. We get you locked in.
Yes, sir. And then Saturday we got Wood from the D Spot, one of the dopest, the dopest clothing line in Detroit right now. You know what I'm saying? I was comparing it to Albasan, but Albasan ain't even in Detroit anymore. He's in Dearborn. So is he really a Detroit spot? I mean, he started in Southwest. Like I remember when he was making our shit, like right off my block, Carson and Pitt. You know what I'm saying? So and that was dope hearing that Valid was from Southwest and shit, and that where he actually came was from Southwest. That's pretty dope and shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And that his family is known throughout Southwest and shit. So that's what's up. Like I said, Southwest was the melting pot of Detroit. It's like somewhere like everybody just came to and shit. And like he said, his parents, that's where they came to, was Southwest Detroit and shit. But we got Big
like
Hurt
perfect melting pot.
We got Big Hurt coming up on the 20th too. Like everybody from Detroit puts him in their top 5. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much everybody.
And you never know who might just pop in as a legend too. Fellow legend and stuff. To chime in.
Shout out DJ Los. Shout out Jack Frost. Shout out Dice. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I can keep going and shit. I mean, Big Hurt, he's a legend. You know what I'm saying?
You still there with us, Brother King X?
Brother King X.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know his nephews was getting at him and shit. So.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, there might be a little bit of disciplinary action going on, but yeah, I just wanted to see if he had something he wanted to chime in. That's why I wanted to make sure. But no, that was dope to find out. As soon as he said that, Southwest and everything like that, it's like, man. And then, I had to ask, of course, because me with language and stuff like that, I had to find out. That's pretty dope. So.
I'm over here on Valid's YouTube. You think we should play another joint?
Yeah.
How about we go back a couple years to a Valid and Stretch Money video?
Yeah. Yeah, and I was thinking if we still got time, maybe we could go into that one. If you haven't played it already, the one that DJ Los had produced.
Which one was that? Was that the one I sent you?
Trying to remember the name. Yeah, because you sent it to me, but I remember the name. It's like, man, I'd have to look it up again. But the name, yeah.
That was old school. That was like, I'd have to go back. I think. Let me see how far back.
Still dope though. Yeah, it's like
I mean, we got Valid and Super MC here 11 years ago. Competitor official video. I mean, we can play that. We got My Duke's mother, J Dillon, Valid 313, Valid. Oh, he ride with Super Bowl. He said he was his hype man. They got videos of him live. We got 7 the General, Valid, 7 the General, Super MC. But I'm trying to see. You don't know which song it was that was produced by DJ Low? Oh,
Not right offhand. I'd have to look it up. Like go ahead and go to the song you had queued up, and I can look it up real quick.
Right here, Validation by DJ Lowe's official video.
Yep.
It was 9 years ago. Let's play some old school Valid. We played some new Valid with Stretch Money, the Bill and Isaiah. You know,
and we're digging in the crates still, but it's still fire. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's bring them back. 9 years ago, this Validation. I listened, actually, swear to God, just bumped this on the ride today.
We look forward to having them back on. And maybe, who knows, maybe next time when we come on, we might even just have Bill and Isaiah episode, you know.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Have a Bill and Isaiah.
I think that would be a dope episode.
You know, the Pistons on like
let me know what y'all think. You guys watching it right now? Yeah.
The Pistons on like a 20-game losing streak right now, though, and shit. But the Lions winning, Michigan's winning, so fuck it. We're doing good in football. We got that. Basketball, not so much. But we got Bill and Isaiah. That's why we got the Bad Boys 2023. We got Valid and Stretch Money, because the Pistons ain't really doing nothing right now. So we need them. Like,
at the same time, like with the Lions, you know, it doesn't matter. It's about having heart for it, you know.
Well, let's get in this track. This is I actually banged this in the ride, and it bumps too and shit. Validation. It was produced by DJ Los and Fresh Kills. Cut by DJ Los. Official video. Let's get it on the Hood Smokers Podcast.
Okay, well, you know, of course they're gonna come and mess with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I'm saying? You valid.
Y'all know the name.
Don't need no one to validate.
They need validation.
I'm so valid.
Y'all know the name.
Don't need no one to validate.
They need validation.
I'm so valid.
Y'all know the name.
Don't need no one to validate.
They need validation.
I'm so valid. Big Valid is the name. Listen, had to let you know I heard the side talk. Admit it, I sexy how the chicken couldn't help it though. The mitten I be reppin', so from Istanbul to Mexico, we spittin' with the freshest flow. Valid, fresh kills, hate to scare you guys. Couldn't keep your neck still if you was paralyzed. You should call me X-Pill, cause white girls be on me like a motherfucker. Yet still, Nubian queen, doing her thing. Said that I stay sharp, keeps it winning. Trademark in my city like a barber, keep it buzzing. Tiki barber when I'm rushing. Harder than your homie, plus I'm hotter than your cousin. So at every ghetto pony, I'm the topic of discussion. Liquor shop, record stop, bus stop, whistle on while they get the herd dead, gossiping and sweeping up. This is who they speaking of.
Y'all know the name.
Don't need no one to validate.
They need validation.
I'm so valid.
Y'all know the name.
Don't need no one to validate.
They need validation.
Yo, I'm so valid. With so much drama in the 313, it's kinda hard being VALID. Yet my flint stays arrow down to the bone marrow. To your bird ass rappers, a motherfucking scarecrow pharaoh of Serbian descent. Keep it real, Mr. Rapper. You ain't earning on them checks. You ain't getting booked. You paying for shows. And you ain't got a crib. You stay with your hoe. You ain't got a whip. She pays for the note. To be famous is so you might trade it in. Shirt, paper, and dough. You should be making win. You touch mics, bust flows. But the real reward is that you touch souls. Blunts roll once more for those who got pockets like Rushmore. Presidential faces that I gotta keep on chasing. Leave them in amazement, then I tell them what my name is.
Y'all know the name.
Don't need no one to validate.
They need validation.
I'm so valid.
Y'all know the name.
Don't need no one to validate.
They need validation.
Yo, I'm so valid. Val Venus, Val Boski, valedictorian, past genius, not an OG. OG or rapping historian talking shit, you better be passing the test, or I'ma put your ass in jeopardy. Valak Trebek, valiant with my valor. Nothing like you, pal. If he got flow, I'm something like a Val. Doing what I have to, my value be higher than your mama on the value on Valentine's Day. Broken and alone, so she noticed all his chrome. Provoked him to the home, but he was just a valet. Now what's an invalid thing to do? Tell me what it means to you. For me, authenticity, stamp of approval, sent to put a culture on a path of renewal. Just getting started, haven't finished half the mission, so it'll be some time before I write my valediction. Y'all know the name.
Don't need no one to validate.
They need validation.
I'm so valid.
Y'all know the name.
Don't need no one to validate.
They need validation.
I'm so valid.
Y'all know the name.
Don't need no one to validate.
They need validation.
They need validation.
I'm so valid.
Yeah.
So valid.
Yes, sir. Mhm.
They had that. You can hear them. That DJ Los cuts by DJ Los. You can hear it too and shit. You can hear Los's cuts.
It was an honor, you know, like absolutely valid. If you're still watching this, you know, thanks for coming on. We look forward to fucking with you in the future.
Yes, sir.
Stretch Money as well, and all the whole team right there. You know,
Oh, yeah,
even
so
producer, you know, DJ Head right there.
Yeah, we
Who
can
knows?
drop some gems. Valid drop some gems. You know what I'm saying? That was dope.
Yep. Who knows? You know, like DJ Head, if you're watching this too, we'd love to have you on. We'd be honored to have your presence. So.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, we definitely got to get at him and shit. I'm glad Valid brought it up and shit. We should have been reached out to him. Shout out Southern General. I heard him mention Guilty Simpson a couple times. Shout out to Guilty Simpson, Southern General.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to get at him. We gonna have Wednesday. We doing the Southwest Tees. You know what I'm saying?
Southwest Tees, yeah. Plan on getting a flyer made up for that real soon on my own behalf, and if I can, I'm gonna try and knock out not only a flyer, but if I could do a promo video, I will definitely do that.
Yeah. And shout out to I'm gonna play this real quick. Shout out to Panda Chop.
Chopping it up with Panda Chop News, the best news around hip hop. Make sure you tune in, man. Alien.
Panda Chop.
Yo, it's Kid Vicious. I'm live from Heaven Studios, and you know I'm always chopping it up with Panda Chop News, the best news around hip hop. Make sure you tune in, man. Alien.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Alien Gang. Shout out Kid Vicious. Shout out Panda Chop.
Yeah.
I look forward to that interview and shit.
And then, you know, and that being said, just by the connection of people we've been crossing paths with in association, you know, shout out Ryan Glover too.
No doubt. Shout out Ryan Glover. I seen that bull-ish on Instagram. Talib, he must have, for somebody that's doing it so big, he got a lot of time to troll, dog. That's I think that's what I told him last time. Something like that. I seen him talking shit under one of his posts, and I'm like, dog, for somebody that's supposed to be like on tour and doing all this shit with all these big time motherfuckers and shit, you got a lot of time to just troll. Like, you the biggest troll in the world. Like, damn. Like, I seen how he was coming at Ryan Glover again. I'm like,
yeah, again, you know, like it's almost like y'all ought to be friends at this point, you know, just kind of like what Ryan Glover having, you know, one of my characters backs and stuff. Of just, yeah, life's too short for that, you know. So I really think, yeah.
If you want, we can play actually, cause you can go y'all right now can go right here to these playlists and you can see super parody. But we actually go live on Instagram with it. With Telefib Quad Live, but you can go here. And
Telefib Quad
So you were born in Brooklyn, like myself.
And actually, you know, again, if we ever got any negative feedback, we would respond to it, you know, which it already was. But you know, what we seen with it,
oh man,
it's just pretty much majority of.
You see, Crip Mac got locked up. Free Crip Mac.
I recently seen that, and that had me thinking about.
Because I seen, Yoda Mac and Telefit Quali got a couple videos out. I'm scrolling through the.
But like on real talk though, yeah, I seen that recently, and I hope that all works out. There's a Cash App apparently in support of Crip Mac getting a shorter sentence, or getting them listened to. So me on that, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, support Crip Mac, free Crip Mac.
I see the situation. I think most people, who know what's up on it is like, yeah, it's kind of like the hip hop police type shit, bringing them down.
He was starting to do something positive, and their channel was starting to blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were going viral, and he was like, but they didn't want him to be a role model to people, to kids. Someone like
that's what I see, and it's just kind of crazy how it led up to that. Yeah. So, I mean, to each his own. Like they don't have, and everybody watching or anything like that doesn't have to agree with us, but the way we see it is, hip hop police is a real thing we've been seeing for the longest, and look what he's doing, and then it caught up to him and stuff like that, and it's so definitely if you can donate a couple of dollars, as much as you can and stuff, to get him he's doing something right. I hope other people see that.
Yeah, no, he was supposed to be, I think, just seeing the probation officer, and then the feds picked him up on some other shit, picked up his case. That's kind of fucked up. Y'all let us know what you think about that, about Crip Mac. Y'all support Crip Mac?
Yeah, the feedback on it, man. We leave it open for conversation. We don't, I
fucks with Crip Mac. I'm looking at the People's Parody, though, the playlist that's on the Hood Smokers podcast. I was thinking on which one I should play. Maybe I should play the part 2 interview of Talib Kweli's albino brother, Telefit Quali versus Ryan Glover. Part 2, full interview and description. So y'all can find the full interview to Ryan Glover. You can go to Ryan Glover's channel and check it out. But the descriptions.
And for anybody who doesn't know, that was like just pure freestyle off the thing. So I mean, off the rip. Right. Nothing was planned. So.
Right. Yeah, and
I cringed at parts because it was just kind of a freestyle video. But
how do you say word that the views of Telefit Quali are not those of the Hood Smokers podcast?
Absolutely. Yeah. They don't represent Blatonio Todd either, just so everybody knows.
And this will give you a little taste with Ryan Glover, what we was talking about. I'm just looking at Talib's face right now, so I gotta play it and shit. And I'm seeing explosions, like nuclear explosions going off and shit. I'm gonna play the video for everybody and shit. Let's go.
Get it.
Do you feel like the way he interacts with people on social media is losing them fans? If he calls all his fans Nazis and white supremacists, how long before he doesn't have any fans at all?
I think fans are replaceable. He's doing just fine.
Right, because he has a bookstore, right? I know that has to be lucrative, despite the fact that he never read any books. He continues to sell books. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah. And you can't forget about the Blue Note. I mean, I'm willing to send you some free tickets to the Blue Note if you'd like. You can see a lot of.
Thank you. I don't think anybody wants to go to the Blue Note. I'm sure he continues doing these big numbers on Polestar at these small venues. About 10 people.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, that sounds like a very Nazi thing to say, wouldn't you say?
Okay, 5.
That's very. How long have you been a Nazi for again?
Talib Kweli, I'm not a Nazi at all. I think there's a much more documented evidence of Talib Kweli, supporting Nazi type behavior. I think people should be allowed to express their opinions just because you're a Trump supporter, just because you have a different religious belief, or you have
I disagree.
This doesn't make you a Nazi. So you believe that everybody should agree with you, and if they're not, they're a Nazi or white supremacist.
Exactly, absolutely. That I mean, what don't you?
Yeah, man, y'all check out the full interview.
Good freestyle interview. Yeah. mean, compared to music, Blatonio tried to interview and stuff. My feelings aren't hurt, actually. I had a feeling more views would go to Telefib, so.
Yeah. That shit, dog. Talib, I hope you watching right now. If not, maybe you make a clip. No.
Yeah.
He's paying attention. He got somebody watching for him and shit. That's funny. That one Instagram that started following us and shit, Carter and Jeep, whatever. The fuck, cause you know, one of those posts I made on the round table started kind of going viral. With like, and I made a YouTube video about it, but people was leaving a lot of comments under it. You know what I'm saying about Fat Joe, cause he said he wrote 90. He lied in 95% of his rhymes, and people are saying the reason he's saying that is cause he don't want to get locked up like Young Thug. And I'm thinking, like, in my head, like, he ain't wrote shit. Like, what is he gonna get locked up for? Something that Rest in Peace Big Pun wrote, or that something like that, or something that TA wrote, or something that Cuban Link wrote, or something like that, or something Sace
Yeah, I
wrote.
remember seeing it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he actually, he can say, if you want to really be real about it, he lied in 100% of his rhymes, because a lot of people were giving him shit about like talking shit like, well, he's saying that to stay out of jail, whatever. That's why he's saying that. But I call cap on that. Joey Cap, I call cap on that.
Yeah.
Cap.
Yeah, and that's not even talking shit. That's like, and I hate to quote something that's been said, but like Tupac said, it's like you ain't gotta lie to kick it. So.
Speaking of, I can actually pull it up so y'all can see and shit what I'm talking about. I'll pull it up. It's only like a 15-second clip of it, what Fat Joe said. And what
I've been rapping professionally for 30 years. I've lied in almost 95% of my songs. I'm being not lied. Like, just go. I write like I feel that day.
I lied.
I'm just being creative. You could probably. I've been rapping
Yeah.
professionally for 30 years. I've lied in almost 95% of my songs. I'm being not lied. Like, just go.
I mean, you might as well say 100%, I think. But there's a lot of people in the chat. I'm over here. I just pulled up the comments. People are going at it in the chat, dog. I can't keep up with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anybody has different, like, opposing views, we appreciate the feedback, because, like,
Yeah, no, we appreciate
looking into
everybody that
that.
drops a comment under there and shit. Keep doing it. Make sure you subscribe, smash like, share
Yeah.
it around.
No, we appreciate it, and yeah.
Yeah, we almost to that 4K. We doing it organically. You know what I'm saying? It's going faster.
Try our best.
It
Yeah.
keeps on going faster and it keeps growing and keep this shit. And we
Hey,
on our way
salute,
up.
my brother.
But yeah, we got some big shows coming up. Yeah, this was one that people, and like someone said something about we was causing drama because I made shared a post that said Chingy's better than J. Cole, and it had a bunch of laughing faces and shit, like lyrically or something. And I'm like, how the fuck is that causing drama and shit? I was like, the shit was funny, you know. Oh, it says right here, Chingy over J. Cole lyrically.
Oh, and also they got to keep in mind that some of the stuff that's shared is like it's being shared. It wasn't like something that was like produced from the Hood Smoker podcast. I mean, we might do that in the future.
Right.
But,
I see this shit right here, 50 Cent.
like we laughing, yeah, we could all laugh about it. Yeah.
What y'all think about the 50 Cent documentary, Surviving P. Diddy, that he said he's dropping it. He already started producing the shit. What y'all think about that shit?
Gonna be something else.
That's crazy, dog. I got a feeling that, Diddy gonna bring a lot of people down with him and shit. That's why people scared. People scared and shit now.
And I want to point something else out. If people are seeing it the same way about his son coming out with like some new music and stuff like that, if that's almost an attempted distraction to what's going on.
I don't know. I ain't really up on all that. I know it just keeps popping everywhere I look. Something new about Diddy and shit. They said that this one of these last cases, the girl was actually from Detroit when she was 17, and it was when BMF, you know what I'm saying, was doing their thing. But I ain't gonna speak on this shit on the Hood Smokers podcast because I don't know what They be acting crazy because we smoking blunts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what they gonna say if I say something about BMF and shit? Anything BMF had going on and shit. You know what I'm saying? But everybody who's watching
Pause.
what we talking about. Yeah, Dog Faith got it wrong.
Right. Yeah.
I know everybody's looking forward to that interview. But shit, we got
Very soon.
Wood from the D Spot. Same time.
D Spot coming up real soon.
Yeah, Saturday. That's week from tonight. Brother King X.
Yeah, for real. I've been seeing a lot of man. I'm excited for that. And I've been seeing a lot of merchandise that got me interested on top of it. So I'm like, man.
Yeah, he got some dope shit.
You gotta peep out a lot of different stuff. This guy right here. It needs to get further than just outside of the D is what I'm saying. It's like he's already hands down dope in the D. But I need to cop some stuff out here. Get out here.
Most definitely, yeah.
Them hoodies, like what up though with the Detroit D. You got to see it for yourself. Those are dope. Yep.
Yeah, I got the flyer pulled up right now and shit. But yeah, make sure you check them out. Check that out Saturday night, and then after that we got Big Hurt.
Detroit, period.
Yeah, we got Big Hurt, and then the next 2 days is to be announced. You'll know. Don't worry, we'll let you know. It's a surprise. You already know. That fucking shit. You heard Valid. He mentioned Hurt a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the legend Big Hurt. We got him coming on the 20th. But shout out to Valid again.
One of the Godfathers.
Yeah, shout out to Stretch Money.
Or actually, no, another Godfather, so I can say.
Right, yeah. Most definitely.
That awesome grace, so yeah.
Shout out to Kid Vicious too.
Yep. Salute Kid Vicious, man.
But anything y'all want to say? Shout out to Brother King X, Blatonio, Todd. Anything y'all want to say before?
Right back at y'all. I was gonna say, yeah, shout out back, to both my brothers right here. We rock with each other. Right there, we all family. Shout out to my brother, Brother King X, Jay Gutta, everybody who rock with us. Christopher Jordan, Valid for coming on. That was an honor. We look forward to having Stretch Money. Shout out to you, my brother. And anybody who watching, salute to you for taking that time out to watch. And we're open to any kind of feedback right there. That's what I want people to know.
Yeah, look in the description. We easy to get at. You know what I'm saying? Any one of us, you can holler at us. We ain't hiding or ducking nobody because we real over here. So I mean, we ain't one of these channels that you can pay a bag and shit, and you can come on there and act like you a gatekeeper or some shit, but you really some little kid from Oakland County and shit. You know what I'm saying? So ain't none of that happening this way. You know what I'm saying? Come on, yeah, bring your bag. Bring it back, I dare you. Bring the bag.
Yep.
Bring it back on up.
We bring it real back.
Get aired out on this motherfucker, you know. I welcome it, actually. I'm about to bring it back. You can come on here. Shout out to Monte Cristo and shit.
Oh yeah, Monte Cristo indeed.
Can you ask anything you want to say before we talk about it?
Was that?
Nope. Just shout out to everybody that came on the show. Much love to Belly. Much love to every guest we have and will have, and everybody behind the scenes. Everybody behind the scenes, and my two brothers here, Mr. Go-To, Chris Jordan.
Salute, Mr. Go-To. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And everybody else, you know what I'm saying? If we missed you, it's not because of reason. There's too many people to name. We be here all day, all night. Another hour just naming names.
The home Dice.
Bill, Dice, fucking Brother Marquise, fucking Jack Frost, fucking DJ Los, fucking. We go all day doing this shit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Much love.
Jack Frost.
But we gonna get out of here.
Yep.
It's The Hood Smokers Podcast. This is what, 235? Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
What am I trying to click on?
And we in this.
Yeah, we on episode 235 out of here. On the 236. Make sure you tune in this Wednesday. Be on the lookout for the flyer to have you know what I'm saying? It's around the holidays. Help out Southwest Tees. Rest in peace, Southwest Tees. We're gonna be doing a celebration of life. We'll have some exclusive music. Southwest Tees and shit. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Fly high, brother. Salute the prayers to his family. You know what I'm saying? And his daughters. I seen his daughter actually commented under one of the posts we had on the round table and said this is his daughter. You know what I'm saying? But we all
that means a lot.
on the Hood Smokers Podcast on Wednesday. So and we're gonna put the cash app directly to his family, who's taking care of his daughters. You know what I'm saying? We'll make sure it goes directly to the
exactly.
family. So,
More, yeah, for us, it's like, this is.
Yeah, because T's was part of the T, you know what I'm saying? That's family and shit. T was family.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
yeah. But salute to everybody that tuned in this shit. Salute to Valid. Salute to Blatonio, Brother King X.
I get it.
Everybody else out there. Black Jesus,
Yeah.
D. Cochran, Christopher Jordan. I seen a couple names I didn't recognize that. Appreciate
Salute right back, because I'm not always looking at the comments right there, but I know who tunes in when I hear about it. So yeah, D Gutta, D Cochran, everybody,
Yes, sir. Yeah, D. Cochran said, "What up, though, Brother King X? What up, though, Blatonio?"
Much love y'all.
Black Jesus in the building. All right.
Jesus, man, yeah. What up, though?
We out this bitch. Salute.
What up, though? Welcome to the Hood Smoker Podcast, the hottest #1 podcast based out of Detroit, Michigan. And now, with your hosts, Jay Gutta, Brother King X, Blatonio Todd, and the rest of the Hood Smoker Squad. We don't do no Vlad stuff. We don't do no Adam stuff. We keep packing in the legends, respect them, and keep adding up. So pack a blunt or two, maybe grab a brew and a snack for you, and leave behind your attitude, and get ready as we snap into the Hood Smoker Podcast.